Have you ever missed opportunities due to a lack of confidence? The promotion that slipped away, the date that never happened, the dream that was shelved? Well, get ready to turn things around. In the next 5 psychological approaches I'll share, you'll find the keys to unlocking a confidence you never knew you had. You know that sense of mental peace you so desire? Or that fulfilling life that always seems out of reach? It all starts with self-confidence. Before we dive into the 5 powerful techniques, let's understand why confidence is so crucial. Think of the great leaders in history, successful athletes, renowned artists. What do they all have in common? Unshakable confidence. It is what separates those who achieve success from those who fall by the wayside. But what is confidence really? It's not arrogance or presumption. True confidence is a deep belief in oneself, in one's abilities, and in one's worth as a human being. It's the ability to face challenges, even when the outcome is uncertain. Imagine with me, you're about to give an important presentation. Without confidence, you might feel paralyzed by fear, focusing on everything that could go wrong. But with confidence, you enter the room with an upright posture, a firm voice, ready to share your ideas with conviction. Confidence not only changes how others see you, but also how you see the world. It turns obstacles into opportunities, criticism into constructive feedback, and failures into valuable lessons. It's the fuel that propels your dreams and aspirations. Now, let's understand the 5 psychological approaches that will revolutionize your confidence. Our first approach is counterintuitive, but extremely effective. Practice rejection. It sounds scary, doesn't it? But think of it as an emotional vaccine. By deliberately exposing yourself to small rejections, you strengthen your emotional resilience. The fear of rejection is one of the biggest obstacles to confidence. It prevents us from trying new things, expressing our opinions, pursuing our dreams. But what if we could reduce this fear? Jia Jiang, an entrepreneur, decided to do just that. He embarked on a 100-day rejection journey, making unusual requests to strangers every day. He asked to teach a Zumba class at a gym, to make an announcement on a plane, even to plant a flower in a neighbor's yard. The result? Not only did he overcome his fear of rejection, but he also discovered that people are much more receptive than we imagine. Often, we reject ourselves before even trying. Practical exercise. Today, start a conversation with a stranger. It could be in the elevator, in line for coffee, or at the bus stop. The goal is not the outcome of the conversation, but the act of exposing yourself. Notice how you feel before, during, and after. Over time, you'll notice the anxiety decreasing and your confidence increasing. Be aware that each no you receive is a step towards unshakable confidence. It's a reminder that you can survive rejection and keep moving forward. Now let's talk about gradual exposure. Imagine your confidence as a muscle. Just as we don't expect to lift 100 kilograms on the first day at the gym, we can't expect to face our greatest fears all at once. Gradual exposure is a proven psychology technique for overcoming phobias and anxieties. The principle is simple. You gradually expose yourself to anxiety-provoking situations, starting with the least challenging and slowly progressing. Let's take a common example, the fear of public speaking. If that's your fear, don't start by trying to give a speech to 1,000 people. Start by expressing your opinion in a small family meeting. Then, maybe make a toast at a dinner with friends. Gradually, increase the size of the audience and the formality of the situation. The power of this technique lies in how it reprograms your brain. Each small success is proof to your subconscious that you are capable. Over time, situations that once seemed terrifying begin to feel manageable, even routine. Practical exercise. Identify a situation that causes you anxiety. Break it into 5 steps, from least challenging to most challenging. For example, if your goal is professional networking, send a message to a colleague on LinkedIn. Comment on an online discussion in a professional group. Attend a virtual networking event. Go to a small in-person networking event. Start a conversation with an industry leader at a large event. Start with the first step this week. Give yourself the necessary time at each step before moving forward. The goal is progress, not perfection. The third technique is positive visualization. Your brain does not clearly differentiate between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. Use this to your advantage. High-performance athletes have been using this technique for decades. Before an important competition, they not only train physically, but also mentally. They visualize every move, every sensation, every detail of success. But visualization is not just for athletes. You can use this technique for any area of your life where you want to increase your confidence. Want to feel more confident in a job interview? Visualize yourself answering questions calmly and clearly. Want more confidence to approach someone you admire? Imagine the conversation flowing naturally, with you expressing yourself authentically and interestingly. The key to effective visualization is engaging all your senses. Not just seeing the scene in your mind, but feeling the emotions, hearing the sounds, smelling the scents, and sensing the textures. The more vivid and detailed your visualization, the more powerful the effect. Practical exercise. Before going to sleep, spend 5 minutes visualizing yourself successfully accomplishing something that challenges you. It could be a presentation at work, a difficult conversation, or any situation that normally shakes your confidence. Visualize every detail: how you are dressed, your body posture, the tone of your voice. Imagine yourself calm, confident, and successful. With regular practice, you'll start to notice a change in how you approach these situations in real life. Your mind will have rehearsed success so many times that confidence will come naturally. Our fourth approach is a powerful tool in confrontational situations. Ask innocent questions. This not only keeps your position, but can also disarm the other person. Often, when we feel attacked or criticized, our instinctive reaction is to go on the defensive. But this rarely resolves the situation and can even escalate it. Instead, responding with a genuine and innocent question can completely change the dynamics of the conversation. For example, if someone criticizes your work saying this won't work, instead of immediately defending your idea, you could ask, "Interesting, can you explain why you think that?" This approach does several things. It shows that you are open to dialogue and value the other person's opinion. It gives you time to process the criticism and formulate a more considered response. Often, it makes the other person reflect more deeply on their own opinion. It keeps you in control of the conversation, demonstrating confidence. This technique is particularly useful in professional environments, where maintaining calm and composure is crucial. But it can also be applied in personal relationships, helping to avoid unnecessary conflicts and promoting more open and constructive communication. Practical exercise. Next time someone makes a critique or comment that would normally shake your confidence, respond with a genuine question. Some options. Can you give me a specific example? What makes you think that? How do you think we could improve this? Practice formulating these questions in a genuinely curious manner, not defensively or sarcastically. The tone is as important as the words. Finally, understanding the motivations behind others' actions can be liberating. Remember, most criticisms say more about the person giving them than about you. Often, when someone criticizes us or treats us negatively, our confidence can be shaken. We start to question our worth, our abilities, our decisions. But what if we could change our perspective? Psychologist Carl Rogers once said, "When I accept myself as I am, then I can change." This idea applies not only to ourselves, but also to how we interpret others' actions. When we understand that others' criticisms and negative behaviors usually stem from their own insecurities, fears, and experiences, we can avoid internalizing these negativities. For example, if a coworker constantly criticizes your ideas, instead of doubting yourself, consider that maybe they are feeling threatened, or perhaps they're under a lot of pressure in their personal life. Understanding this does not justify negative behaviors, but it helps us not to let them shake our confidence. This approach also allows us to respond with empathy, which can often transform difficult relationships. When we respond to negativity with understanding, we often disarm the situation and create space for more positive communication. Practical exercise. When you feel affected by a negative comment, stop and reflect. What might this person be going through to act this way? What insecurities or fears might be motivating this behavior? How can I respond with empathy without compromising my well-being? Practice this exercise regularly, and you'll notice your confidence becoming more resilient to others' opinions and actions. You begin to understand that most negative interactions are not about you, but about the internal struggles of other people. These 5 psychological approaches are powerful tools for developing your confidence. Each of them works on a different aspect of building self-confidence. Practicing rejection teaches us that we can survive and thrive even when things don't go as planned. Gradual exposure allows us to build confidence step by step sustainably. Positive visualization prepares our minds for success, programming us for confidence. Asking innocent questions keeps us in control of challenging situations, demonstrating confidence through curiosity. Understanding others' motivations protects us from internalizing negativities, keeping our confidence intact. Confidence is not something you're born with or without. It's a skill that can be learned and refined. Like any skill, it requires consistent practice. There will be days when you feel on top of the world, and others when your confidence will be tested. The important thing is to persist, apply these techniques regularly, and be patient with yourself. As you implement these approaches in your life, you'll notice subtle but profound changes. Situations that once seemed daunting will start to feel manageable. You'll express yourself more clearly and assertively. Your personal and professional relationships will flourish as you become more authentic and self-assured. And you, which of these techniques will you start applying today? Share in the comments, leave your like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content that will transform your life. Until the next video, and remember, your confidence is your superpower. Until the next video.